Hey y'all, it's Nisha the Soul Magi, and I'm back with another video. If you don't know me, I would love to reintroduce myself and what I do in this space. So I'm Nisha, and the Soul Magi is my journey across the world as I reconnect with myself and amazing holistic healing. Right now I'm currently in India, so there has been many lessons of meditation and yoga and a lot of diets, Ayurveda stuff, quite honestly. So have a good mixture of tips coming from you guys. But I said all of that to say a little bit about what I do in this space is I am a licensed professional counselor, so I will be sharing wellness tips mixed with my version of traditional healing. And I want to say that I also do oracle readings and I talk about spiritual stuff on here, so understand that this is not a substitute for therapy. If you need it, go get it. And if you need resources, reach out to me. I got you. Not me, but I got you. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey y'all, I'm right back with another video, and I want to come back into the reading that we were doing. So the first thing we had out was the Mirror Guardian, and I'm going to find her in the deck and see if we can restart this over. All right. Remember, she was telling us to give ourselves credit. Like, this is trusting in higher... Ooh. Okay. We're going to take the shaman first. So the shaman is all about us trusting in higher forces and reconnecting to this. You could be connecting to a leader within the next few weeks. You could, because I don't know why I see this with water around it too. So this could be deep healing, but this is healing of ancestral branches, right? This is connecting to the you of the world. This is connecting and trusting in someone to guide you through the process of the things that you were not able to get through on yourself. Understand me? Like, somebody is, the things that you have prayed for are finding their ways to manifest in your life. And some of you have prayed, you know, for spiritual guidance, for spiritual leaders, for spiritual mentorship. And like, you finally get a chance to have that. So I'm so grateful for you. And this is a really loving relationship. And Spirit is asking you to allow this to be open without any guard up, right? Like, allow this to be something that you connect to without any... Allow yourself to be adored, to be taken care of, to be cared for, and to be molded. The thing with this is going to bring up a lot of inner child stuff about how you were so independent and how you had to form your heart a certain way so that you could survive. And Spirit is going to break that within you. This person that's coming in, and this spiritual leader or this spiritual like journey that you end up taking, whether this is a self-proclaimed journey, like some of you are the shaman and haven't unlocked it yet because you didn't have the tool. They didn't leave you anything to explain it with. They didn't leave you that you have previously had access to. Let me say that, because you do know that you possess these qualities within you. However, what's happening is you just don't know how to get there, and a lot of it could be you in your head and you looking at the world that's around you. It's like you've regressed in a lot of areas, but Spirit is going to pull you out of that. That's why they say trust in higher forces. But in order to trust, in order to do this kind of trust with this kind of healing, there is no way that you can show up without pure love in your heart, pure love in your soul, pure love in acknowledging, releasing, and letting go. It doesn't suit you to do anything else. And that's real. The person that you had to be where you couldn't really trust people before is not who you show up as now. Spirit says stay here to the 18th. Is there something else you wanted out of this deck? This one is going to be short because they wanted me to talk to the other deck. Give the snake. So understand that you allowing yourself to, really be loved is you shedding the old skin. Number one, here's a couple of things that you're going to have to shed with, baby girl. And listen to me when I say this. Not only are you shedding the parts of you that no longer serve you, you are shedding the parts of you that have regressed back into survival mode because they don't serve you here. And so in order for you to really be successful in this, what you have to do is release that and welcome a whole new genre, a whole new version of yourself, because that old version of you doesn't suit you and it can't go. You can stay in it, you just won't elevate, and that's not what we're doing here. It's also asking you to take off this armor that you have put on that is not yours to keep. That's what this snake is asking you to do, is to take off the armor. So what is it that you have been doing to, keep yourself protected? Is that not showing up as your full self? Is it, is it not letting people really get to know you? So maybe you have been your full self, but you don't let anybody outside of your 1 to 3 friends know you. Like, who knows the real you? Not like, oh, we go to brunch and we cool and da 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 da. Like, the deep you. Who knows some of the shit you be telling your therapist? Like, that's the real question I got. Anyways. Oh, I didn't know this was turned over. Let go of the need to be right. You ain't got to challenge everything. Sometimes just let it go. And my other thought with this, this is also stop trying to attack everything. Some of this is like that rah, 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 rah energy. You can put that down too. Again, another part of your death and rebirth. Take this seriously, because as we come into these months, this autumn month, as we come into that, beloved, you are letting that go. You will see an actual transformation within yourself. And it's almost, I don't want you to get so scared that you don't recognize what happens, because you're safe. I want you to recognize that you are releasing the old and welcoming in the new. I want you to release the fact that some parts of you have to die, like the conformity, the needing a paycheck and doing anything for the paycheck. $1 do not make you holla, honey boo boo child. And if that job ain't treating you right, fuck them. And if you know that you are supposed to be on this path of helping other people, do not lock up your gift in the mundaneness of the world, because if you do what you love, the money will follow. Don't lock up your gift being foolish. I can't say this enough. Do not lock up your gift because people didn't stream your song or they're not listening to your podcast. Your website isn't getting views. The tattoos aren't doing that. Don't nobody want to buy your plates. Make sure you're speaking to people who want to be heard by you. Make sure that you are in community with people who want to see you win, who want to see you liberated. Because everybody ain't your target audience. And that's for real. Like, I'm for real. It could be your parents, your best friend, your siblings. Like, sometimes they don't be in alignment with what you're creating because they can't see the vision. And it's not your job to make them see it. But it is your job to connect with the people who do see it. They'll get in line sooner or later, and if they never do, then that's fine as well. But don't lock up what you came here to give the world because you don't see it yet. And you ain't even asked if your spirit saw it. They put in work overtime for you to be able to have it. Be patient. The spring season is when you might see a lot of these things growing up. So like autumn is like really like death and rebirth, and I'm surprised you didn't get winter, but maybe this isn't a time for you to take care of your needs. Maybe the only need you really need to take care of right now is being truthful to yourself, is allowing the parts of you that no longer serve the highest self to die. Go ahead and make a funeral, do a eulogy. Self, divine self, I'll miss you. Thank you for keeping me for what I felt like was safe, but now I'm ready to evolve. You hear me? Do you hear me? You could start your letter off any kind of way, but thank you for being who you were, you know, and getting yourself through those experiences. However, pay homage to the highest version of you. Pay homage to the version of you that can't wait to be the highest part of yourself. This can't go with you. Those childhood fears, that jealousy, the crabbiness, the isolation can't go with you either. Sometimes you like to not be seen, right? To kind of slide through the radar so you don't have to do as much. Some of y'all, if that's for you, these are one of the two strongest symbols of rebirth. You hear me? A snake is always going to transform. You better ask a Scorpio. For real. I ain't never met one that didn't spark a transformation in me in some type of way. It might be because of where Scorpio lands in my chart, but whatever. We here. We all thugging it out. And this crow, every time I come out here, there be some out here. But they probably flying in the back. Whatever. The crow will always let you know that death and rebirth is coming. I just saw one in there. But the crow always lets you know that death and rebirth is coming, so you can expect that. And I would for real take this seriously. You can expect this type of energy to be coming out as the seasons change. Like I keep telling y'all, this summer was a time for you to get yourself together, a time for you to prepare for what is happening. And we're about to hit a Mercury Retrograde, so here's what you do with that information. I usually say do as you will, but here's what you do with that information is the things that you've been working on and the things that you have begun to realize about yourself, start to study them. Start to study how to heal them. And so I'll be sharing different, techniques, whether it is the simpleness of how to maintain your anxiety and helpful tips for, seasonal depression and seasonal mental health stuff. But this is a good time for you to spend time on what you've been learning about yourself. If you've learned that inner child work needs to be a thing, then spend this Mercury retrograde not only planning what your contribution is to the world, but planning on how you are going to show up for yourself, because you can't be showing up for other people and you haven't made space to really take care of yourself. And so my other going forward with this is, use this time in Mercury retrograde to study and create, to study and create, to study and create, to study and create. By the time spring comes along, you are ready. Everything is in full bloom. That April, May mark, I think it's in April when spring starts, or is it in March? It don't be feeling like it be in March. Maybe it's in March, the end of Pisces, middle of Pisces season. But next year when spring starts, because you've done the work during the fall and the winter, spring and taking care of yourself, spring gives you a new chance. Like, the opportunities that you dreamed of start to bloom. So there's opportunities of collaboration. Now, some of you will hit this collaboration mark well before March of next year. But you're starting to see growth. So if you aren't there yet, hang in there. Because Spirit finna do it for you. I'm not playing with you. I wouldn't lie to you. Spirit is finna do it for you. Give yourself a chance to really grow. For real, for real. Give yourself a chance to really be growing. And then I also want to talk about these two right here. You have the Peacemaker. So some of you, I see you arguing with people who don't matter. Like, I see that for someone. You just kind of will not stop going back and forth. Like people troll you and you be responding to it. And let me tell you something. I was really about to go in, but I ain't gonna do that. Pay them dust is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it nice today. I'm gonna keep it nice. Pay them dust, because that's what they'll be in your rearview mirror. Leave it behind. Literally, don't sit up there and engage with people who ain't got a pot to piss in or one door to throw it out of. You trying to be right for what? Right against somebody who don't care. Somebody who got time. You don't got time to be in their face. Their mission ain't the same, clearly. Because if their mission was even similar or important, they wouldn't be arguing with you over no mess. Now, next caller, we're going to talk about give yourself time to spend time with this. So some of you, like I said, are coming into a shaman or a community of healing. And for that, give yourself time to reflect on that. I want you to build your practices, like whatever your spiritual practices are, whether it be meditation, journaling, divination, acupuncture, qigong, energy healing, sound healing. Dig deep into the things that elevate you to your highest self. Dig deep into the people who pour into and encourage your highest self, because that's really going to take you to the next level when you get to next spring. It sets the tone for the seeds to grow. You've already spoken life into this dream with faith of a mustard seed, a very much longer time ago. And so what is happening here is you are acting on it. Spirit says trust and you trust. Spirit says go and you go. I don't want all that lip about where am I gonna go. Baby, make a plan. Ask them if they are in alignment with the plan, and step, period. Step behind the plan. I don't want no plans and no actions. Step behind. And it sets you up to bloom. It sets you up to bloom. To blossom in ways that you've never thought. What else do we have? I think we're almost done with this one. Okay. Pay attention to these moon cycles. So also, you know, what's coming up for you around this full moon that's coming up at the end of the month. And if you feel like, you know, I'm gonna forget about that, if you have intuitive downloads in the middle of the day, then honey, let me just give you some free game. Open up your open up your notes and record yourself. You can do this through voice memo, or you can do this through notes. Record yourself and what spirit gave you at the time, and run it back at the end of the month. Run it back, because some of y'all be recording and then not listening to it. Now you got all the answers and you just left them in the back like Boo Boo the Fool. Come on now, we do better than that. Okay. I told you good was coming. You get to birth something beautiful. You get to feel loved and comforted. You are creating something that is of world magnitude. At the very bottom of the deck, we have Unleash the Wild. So again, this is heavy on us. So y'all might be using this full moon for ritualistic type of things, for different, you know, whatever you might have. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. Okay, so you know, you might be using this moon for whatever really suits your needs, and that's okay. Last but not least, one thing that we're gonna tap in today is the Divine Feminine Oracle. Yes, just a second, thank you. My room is ready and they can tell me, but you don't know about speak English, so they're just gonna have to wait. Ooh, alright, so you're good. Okay, so one of the first things we have out is the Cosmic Egg, the Divine Feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. I hold the universe within me. I am a force of an ever-expanding love. Ooh, what you got for me? 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 I guess I'm gonna just pull it from the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have Bridget, the goddess of eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. For those of you that are working on finding your light, call on Miss Bridget. She's giving very much Mars vibes. All right, that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks for bearing with me as this cut on and off. I really appreciate you. Again, if you like the comment, please, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. I would love to get to know you guys better. If you are looking for a personal reading, which is a lot more in-depth than what I do here for the collective, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My Acuity scheduling site, I have anything from small card readings to 20-minute divine channels, and I have a full month packaging, but that doesn't open up until mid-September. I'd love to connect with you, whether it be for, you know, card readings or just overall guidance and support. in the new transition you're in life. So don't hesitate. Also, if you want to support this energy exchange that we just completed, you can tip me. You can hit my Cash App, my Zelle, my PayPal. All donations accepted. Thanks so much. Peace and blessings. I had no idea what I wanted to say, but peace and blessings. You have a really good rest of your Monday, and shout out to my best friend. It's their birthday today. They're amazing.